Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to share some new exclusive images from Montreal and the filming sets for Scream 6. We're not only going inside the sound stages, we're also going outside to see some very cool exterior shots. And we'll even see some amazing Easter eggs that call back to Hank Loomis from Scream 1 and Jill Roberts from Scream 4. Let's go! So I first debuted these images on my live stream last night with Chris from Discover Montreal, and I highly encourage that you go and watch the replay of that live stream after this video so you can join our deep dive into the filming of Scream 6 in Montreal, and Chris shares what he witnessed while observing them filming some actual scenes there on location. It's fantastic. You guys really need to check it out. I think you'll enjoy it a lot. Okay, now let's get into these new images. First up, let's look at some interior shots from the sound stages at Mel's sound stages there in Montreal, where they've been filming a lot of the time, scenes. So here we see this image, and from what we can best determine is this is either a balcony of an apartment or it's a porch of a house, because you see we've got hanging plants and we've got a couple of bird cages there in the middle that are hanging down amidst these plants that are hanging down across as you go around the border or the perimeter there of this not patio, but balcony. I think it could be a patio, I guess, but I think it's more of a balcony. So we're guessing what this probably is that they're filming inside, obviously, which we can't see what's inside there. They're probably inside a set for an apartment interior, and you're looking out the window and you're going to see those plants hanging down outside on the balcony, and they'll probably have, green screen behind that. So when the camera's looking out, you're looking through a window at these plants on the balcony, and then CGI green screen that has the appearance of New York behind that, but you don't ever look at it closely because it's outside through a window. That's what I really believe is happening here. And you see there's a window there where there's a break in the white there, it looks like glass, and on the left side there's one also. So I believe that those are windows that are in this apartment. It could be a house, but I think it's an apartment. I really do. I think it's either like Gail's apartment, or it could be one of the Core 4's apartment where they're staying at. Heck, it could even be Kirby's apartment. But that's what I believe we're seeing here. So probably a lot of scenes are filmed inside of this set, inside of that room. Maybe that's where a lot of stuff goes down, like investigation, meetings, talking, all that kind of stuff happening in there. All right, so that's the first one. Now let's keep going. We got another image here from inside the soundstage, and very different. Obviously, this looks also to be like an interior shot of a house or apartment as well, but different, much different. There's you can see inside there's that grayish blue, looks more gray than blue, like I don't know, it's like part of the wall above where that spotlight is in the middle, where it's real bright. You can see it really clearly there, and that looks like it could be almost a kitchen setup, like a fake kitchen there, and then maybe it leads into the living room, because see how it's open there where that light is. So that could easily be like the kitchen countertop, a bar top there, and then across from there you just walk into the living room. Again, I think that's what we're seeing here, someone's interior shots. And then you have those windows up there, look like a second story window. So those, again, it could be part of a building, like a facade of a high rise. That's possible also. But anyway, it's very cool. It's a very cool shot, and I'm sure we're going to recognize this once we're in the movie, we're going to see those gray blue tiles, or whatever that is there on the wall. And we're going to recognize immediately, and we'll know whose apartment or house this is. The other thing we don't know also is how far back this set goes, because we're seeing this end. This is the end of it. But if you continue going down, and if you notice, like here where this wooden stairwell is, going up here, like the backstage area, look at the lights up at the ceiling. Look, they still go further back. And so it's possible that this is actually a very large set, and we're just seeing the side end of it. It could go into multiple rooms. It could literally be an entire interior of a home or an apartment that's actually been built here. So very excited to see where this is going to lead. So let's move on now to the final soundstage image. It's this shot here. And again, there's very little we can make out of what's going on here. It's much smaller though. You can certainly see how the scale is much smaller than what we've seen in the first two images. But this obviously to me looks more like a room, just a much smaller interior room that they built a set for, that they're going to be filming in a much smaller enclosed area. No windows, at least on this side, that we can see. So we don't know what it is. We don't have any idea, but there's going to be something happening in the film in a room about this size. And I'm sure, hopefully, knock on wood, we'll be able to identify that when we actually see the movie. All right, guys, now I'm going to share some exclusive images that were taken by Chris at Discover Montreal, who's been providing me with images and updates since filming started way back in early June. And so I'm so thankful for Chris, and he's a great friend of the channel. And Chris, thank you again, my friend, for all that you've done and are doing to help bring us up to date on the filming in Montreal. So first up now is this image of, yes, I'm going to say it, a subway entrance. Look at here, 45 Street Station. This is a facade built up. It's not real. They built that on the sidewalk for a subway station entrance. And so this is yet again, we're seeing the subways being a part. I already showed you guys the picture from McGill University, which was a subway entrance there, station. Now we're seeing another one in the city. So this is promising, because I've been talking about, since they announced it was going to be in New York, I've been talking about having some subway, at least one subway chase scene. And I know you guys feel the same way. Can you imagine how awesome that would be to see a subway chase scene going down with Ghostface, chasing through the subways, even if it's just one time. Again, I'm not asking for 2 or 3 scenes. I mean, just give us one epic battle and chase scene. It would be amazing. But we'll see, of course. But I'm hopeful, and the more I see these kind of images, the more it gets me excited about the potential. Now, this is a really cool shot here. This is a daytime shot of that same location, but from a side angle. And you see here, again, it clearly says subway, and it's got the build out much further here on the sides. And I asked Chris about this on the live stream last night. I said, Chris, does this go anywhere? Like, is this, or is this strictly a facade that they built? And he said, no, it's totally a facade. It doesn't go anywhere. I love how they've built the arm rails there, where it looks like you're going to go down steps to go down into the subway underneath, but there's nothing there. And he said there's nowhere to go. It's just a sidewalk. So I love the movie magic, the illusion of cinema. It's fantastic. And when we see these scenes in the film, it's going to look exactly like the real thing. If we didn't know any better, we would believe it was a real subway entrance. It's going to look amazing. And they even have the ads running there, like on that little bulletin board. He said they had ads, changing on there. So it's going to be very authentic. So that's exciting to see. Now, next up is a cool shot of some sidewalk props that they've actually completed using these props. And you can see here, they're getting ready to take them away. They've all been wrapped up. You see there, all wrapped and tight on these pallets, and or at least one of them looks like a pallet. And you see we've got trash cans. There's like your New York, trash cans, and then we see a USA Today newspaper machine there. So that was out on the sidewalk, and then we have a collection of other signs that we have for sale. A for sale sign. There's an interstate sign behind that, and there's just miscellaneous things here that they've boxed up and ready to be shipped out, taken away and put away somewhere or destroyed or whatever they're going to do with them. But these are really cool props that Chris took pictures of here that they collected, and that in the movie they'll obviously be set up around the exteriors downtown. And speaking of exteriors, here is a great building exterior shot with one of the cranes. We see here, the crane's extended up already, so could easily imagine getting some great shots from the air. This up in this, not from the air, but lifted up, elevated shots where you're looking down on this street, and I could totally see that. And that's going to come into play big time with what I'm about to show you. And if you look there on the left of this image, you see the security guard there sitting in the car. And then behind him there on the sidewalk, that's where the USA Today and all that stuff, machine, garbage cans, that's all there. That's what that's at. And you see it's a storefront. And across the street from that, directly, if you and use your imagination, directly across the street to the left, we're going to be getting a couple of Easter eggs here. And they're the biggest 2 Easter eggs of this video. So first up, we see this storefront sign that says Hank's Steady Hand Barbershop. Yes, Hank's Steady Hands. And so we are getting a Hank Loomis Easter egg right here in this storefront. I love it. It's fantastic. The minute I saw it, I was like, oh, there's Hank. Yes, we know who that is. Billy Loomis's father from Scream 1. And in this timeline, it is Sam Carpenter's grandfather. That's right. And I even did videos months ago on Hank Loomis. And it would be really cool if Sam and Hank Loomis were able to meet and have a good relationship, not a bad relationship, like make something positive from that. But whether or not that happens or not, still very cool little Easter egg here with Hank's Steady Hands. And then finally, guys, the last image I want to share in this video is of this storefront Easter egg. Yes, you're seeing it right. Jill's Flower Shop. I love it. Jill's Flower Shop. And of course, this is an homage and an Easter egg to Jill Roberts from Scream 4, Sydney's cousin. Absolutely love this shot here. And I bet you it's going to be very subtle. Like the camera will pan across the street, or they'll walk on the sidewalk and you'll see it in the background as they're walking. It's probably going to be those kind of shots. I mean, for both of these. I think they're going to be just, fairly quick, probably shots. Now, you could say, well, maybe somebody's working at these places. Like maybe Mindy is working at the flower shop or at the barber shop. Who knows? We'll see. It's possible, but I suspect it's just going to be the exterior shots as Easter eggs. And I want to mention this too, because on the live stream last night, people were all starting to think that maybe with these signs, maybe this means these characters are for sure in the movie. And I just want to come out and say that I don't think so. I don't think so. I believe these are legitimately just Easter eggs, just to like they did for the Milton building. Whereas Milton, they left it there. They changed the address to 1939, which is Wes Craven's birth year. And I think it's those kind of Easter eggs where if you're a diehard fan like we are, we're gonna see them. We're gonna pick them up. We're gonna be like, oh, there, look at there, that's that, and oh, there's Jill. I know who that is. They're talking about there. I think that's all it's gonna be. I don't expect to see Jill Roberts in this movie, and I do think Hank Williams. No, not Hank Williams. I do think Hank Loomis could be in the movie, but I don't think that this necessarily means he will be. So I just think they're going to be really cool little Easter eggs. That's all. And I love that. I'm okay with that. I think the fact that you're paying homage with something like this, to me, that's what a real Easter egg is. And I think it's great. And I'm glad that they're doing it. And it just shows, again, Radio Silence is paying attention to these little details, and they're throwing these little things in to the movie that for all of us hardcore fans that will recognize and will appreciate them. And I know I certainly do. So I'm just excited to see it on the big screen. And here's the thing: if we see Jill or if we see Hank, it's going to be an incredible shock and surprise. It'll be wonderful. But again, I don't think so. All right, everyone. I want to know now what you think about these images. So start leaving your comments below right now in the comments section. I want to hear your ideas, any new theories, any thoughts about what we've seen here. I would love to hear your mind and what you're thinking. So please leave your comments below, and we can start a discussion together. Well, all right, guys, that's going to be it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.